Good morning, everybody. So, wanted to get us started on our journey with integers and rational numbers in multiplication. You, I hope, will like multiplying integers and rational numbers more than you liked adding and subtracting them. I feel like it is cleaner, maybe a little more simplified. But first, we want to talk about why a few things work. So, remember that multiplication is repeated addition. So 3 times 2, okay, is the same as 2 plus 2 plus 2, and the value is 6. Okay? 3 times negative 2, following the same process, is negative 2 plus negative 2 plus negative 2, so its value is negative 6. Now, I'm only using the parentheses because otherwise when you see a negative and a positive, it's just confusing. Okay? But what happens when we have negative 3, which remember is the opposite of 3, times negative 2, which is the opposite of 2? Here's the crazy thing that happens. We have the opposite of negative 2 plus negative 2 plus negative 2. Okay? Which is the opposite of negative 6, which equals 6. So when you have two negatives, you're basically saying that you're going to have the opposite of doing this thing this many times. Okay? It follows all the same rules as multiplication as far as something happening multiple times, but it's what do we do with the positive and negative symbols? Okay? So take a minute, write that down, and remembering that that negative sign really means the opposite of. Now, here's a better way to remember, especially when we don't want to write it all out like that. We're not going to want to expand it every time. Okay? When you have signs that match, you have a positive answer. So, if I multiply a positive times a positive, positive answer. If I multiply a negative times a negative, positive answer. See, I'm smiling so much my eyes are squeezed shut. If I have signs that don't match, I have a negative answer. Okay, so if my signs don't match, positive times a negative or negative times a positive, I mean, those poor guys just look like they got punched in the face. Okay, so that is what you are looking for. Now, here's a tool for you. Not at first, but eventually we will get to where you're multiplying multiple things. 3 times 2 times 12. 4 times 6 times 1/4. Okay? If you have an odd number of negatives, okay, you're going to have a negative answer. And here is an example of that. Okay? Negative 2 times negative 3 times negative 4. And here's why. Negative 2 times negative 3 is a positive 6. Positive 6 times negative 4 is negative 24. Because we really do only multiply 2 at a time, 2 factors, and then we continue on. even if we're doing it in our head. Okay. Now, what if you have an even number of negatives? For example, -2 times 3 times -4. Well, -2 times 3 is -6. -6 times -4, here my signs match, is a positive 24. Here, my signs did not match. Okay, so hopefully that helps when you have multiple in a row. Now I'm going to ask that you try the try problems that I assigned, and I can't wait